Hello everyone, this is XanderTuron and I am here with the No Brexits Allowed tournament. It is the 6th casual tournament, or the 6th R Wargame casual tournament I should say, or something like that, I don't know. For it's the fact that I probably barely count as casual at this point, but hey, I don't know. Anyway, so it's, if you're not familiar with the theme of the tournament, it's UK versus West Germany. And so anyway, I got to be Germany, and that's probably for the best because I do believe it is a stronger nation standalone than the UK. The UK has some nice stuff at all, but it's just, in terms of just how well-rounded it is by itself, it has a few, major glaring errors. Or not errors, but, capability gaps, namely. Recon's pretty bad. And what else? I think that's the big one. Just, off of recon. Infantry's not horrible, but I'd say West Germany, just especially with West Germany with the Martyr ones, just being so much better IFVs than, or much more well-rounded IFVs compared to the Warriors. But then again, LOL 80, it's pretty fun. It's a hoot. But then again, MG3 hordes, so that's it balances itself out, Anyway, that being said, I'm West Germany here on Punch Bowl. My opponent is difficult K9, and yeah, it's a casual tournament. He's fairly inexperienced, especially compared to me. Not that I'm some amazing paragon of, capability, but I'm definitely a bit of a different league than this guy, which is that's just, especially with the tournaments, that's just kind of the unfortunate reality is that there's going to be a mismatch of ability at points, especially in the earlier rounds. Later rounds it does, balance itself out, so that's fortunate. Anyway, I did forget to say, but this is post-commentary, obviously. I didn't have the opportunity to, do live voiceover. Hopefully any future games will be. You never know, depending on how things turn out for me. That being said, I'm doing a fairly standard opener for this map. I'm focusing Bravo, sending some dudes into Charlie, putting some dudes into Echo just to hold, and just playing with my mouse cursor. It's kind of something I do. And then, yeah, accidentally moving my PH2 tagger. Not very good with it, but yeah. I'm also just very rusty at this game. I haven't been playing it a whole lot. So that's definitely not going to be doing me any favors. And yeah, now I'm just waiting on my opponent. Very exciting thing, waiting. Just alone, you and your thoughts. It can be kind of terrifying sometimes. Anyway. I don't know. This is always an interesting map. If your enemy's being aggressive with helicopters on this map, you could potentially be very screwed just due to the width of the map, it can be hard to get proper AA coverage, especially against helos. And let's just say West Germany's not exactly well endowed when it comes to, anti-helicopter capabilities. Kind of relies on France for that in Eurocorps. And then in Dutch-German, they both kind of look at each other and shrug their shoulders and go, well, let's hope they don't have helicopters. Anyway, you might notice I forget to move up my Flak Panzer Gepard. That totally won't come back to bite me in the ass. Anyway, I'm just, being kind of just very slow, trying to just get used to actually get back and actually playing the game. Term's a great way to do that, right? Anyway, then, yeah. Tiger. Not a whole lot of AA. I have Gepard for Charlie, Roland 3, and Bravo, and then a Gepard. I brought a Gepard for Echo, I just, forgot to move it. Speaking of Echo, oh hey look, helicopters. If only I had some sort of AA piece that was good at chewing up helicopters. Oh bother. It's a pair of Lynx H7s drop off some SAS, I do believe is what it was. Luke's is just going full ham into these guys. Well, my Milan just needs to get in the building, and then I don't put in the right building either. Such is life. Anyway, yeah, the Lynx are just kind of chewing up my guys. And then the SAS getting involved. A lot of fun time. And then I totally forgot to turn off the snebs and hot 2s on my Tiger, so that totally won't go poorly for me. And then also, oh look, my opponent has a bunch of guys going kind of maybe into Charlie. That's not good. I don't have a lot of dudes in Charlie. He's also pressing me in Echo. That's not particularly great either. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I call out the Leopard 1A4. It's probably not the smartest move, just because, you know, they're pretty fragile and it's in really close quarters where, especially against SAS, it's not a good time against that AT4. Anyway, my Lux here does a little bit of work. And I basically, I kind of panic at this point, like, oh my god, they're coming right at me. If only I had some sort of helicopter that could take care of that. And more Milans, because everyone needs more Milans in their lives. Yes, it's up, but I just don't micro my Tiger well at all. And there's also a Lynx A7 coming at me, or more specifically coming after my 2A1. And then I'm like, oh hey, I completely forgot to use my mortar whatsoever. Didn't even hotkey it. Because, you know, who needs mortars? And yeah, that exhausted most of its ammunition, so I'm sending it back to the fob. I think later on in the match, I just set up a relay with a supply truck sitting in Charlie to resupply it at. And I'm just grabbing some more recon, just get that optics everywhere. You know, it's fun being able to see what's happening. And then yeah, just send my Fuchs over into Delta there, just to see if anything's happening. I end up shooting up a tracked Rapier FSA, but I think the Lynx A7 Tow 2 intervenes before I can kill it. Yeah, just kind of swoops in with that bullshit helicopter and no aim time ATGM. And then, yeah, some Chieftain coming at me, Mark 11. I had to try taking my Milan 2s in the Fuchs Milan just to see how it works. Increases their price by an extra 5 points, so it's not a huge amount, especially with the ATGM teams where you're not calling out a whole lot of them. I don't know. The Milan's really not great, but yeah. Alright, so I'm trying to smoke off any potential fire support that he might have so I can get back into the Echo Town. Calling out a supply truck for my Milan. It's missing, of course, because Milan. Anyway, as you can see, there is an enemy tank there that's just outside the smoke. And of course, this area just has the worst line of sight with just the way the trees are just perfectly aligned where you can't actually draw line of sight at any point. Anyway, so my Panzer Grenadiers are just getting chewed the hell up. SAS aren't doing too hot either, but my Panzer Grenadier are definitely getting the worst of that exchange. And then my smoke ends up blocking my line of sight against the Chieftain. And then, yeah, SAS popped it because since they don't have a machine gun, they don't have to worry about microwing that when engaging infantry and vehicles at the same time. So like, yeah, hey, KPZ-70 is a bit tougher. Better fire support vehicle than the Leopard 1A4. Give that a try. I quite enjoy the KPZ-70. Autocannon on it, you know, it's really not a great autocannon at all, but every little bit helps. And, you know, what was it, 10, 12 rounds a minute auto-loaded? You know, 3 HE. It really puts out the hurt against infantry, especially at close range. Because, you know, it's only 50% accuracy. Anyway, I'm just sending some mortars towards his links just to keep it discouraged. And then I'm like, oh hey, I can cap Charlie. And then, once again, this is kind of where the inexperience of my opponent's coming in. He captured Foxtrot, I do believe, for +1 instead of going for Delta. Then again, the fact that I had some transports and they probably discouraged him from playing a CV until he had it further secured. And then, yeah, my Lux is going after the links too. And yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I'll maybe send the links up into Delta, see if there's anything in there. I do a bunch of that in this battle, and I don't really pay attention, so I have no clue at what actually happens at Delta. So I just never pay attention when I actually do anything there. And yeah, send in the Jaeger. Something blew it up, and that's all I know. It got blowed up. And also, just basically throughout the entire battle, I was debating whether or not to push Delta. And yeah. Just some more line of sight fuckery. And yeah. I quite enjoy the what's the Panzer Clara Leopard 1A1. It's not the greatest thing ever, but you know, the lack of machine gun's kind of annoying, but especially because I've what if I call correctly with this deck, I actually took 2 cards of them up vetted. So it actually has decent accuracy at that point. Might be not the greatest idea ever, but yeah, whatever. I'm giving it a try. And let's be honest, with West Germany, it's not like you have a huge amount of choices for recon. I'm not really in the mood to take Fernspeer or whatever they're called. Not a huge fan of the 2-man sniper teams. I definitely can appreciate their utility, but I don't know, I'm just not great with them. I could also take something like, what's it, the Kurtz or whatever, that the HS-30. 15.1 armor autocannon vehicle, absolutely awful. It's only 15 points though, so yeah. Used as a replacement weasel. But it's just, I don't know. Something for a vehicle that's really only used as cheap base defense, it's kind of a waste of a recon tab, or recon slot almost. But yeah, whatever. Floats your boat. And now I've repositioned my 2A1. I have my KPZ-70. I cannot speak today. And oh hey, Chieftain. Hello there. So now I'm trying to figure out, get all my fire support in position. Don't have a lot of recon, so that's a bit of a annoyance. And I'm like, oh hey, base security. What's that? I should get some dudes. And I'm also setting just my hotkeys for radar. AA. That's why attacking with your force. And yeah, just moving up my dudes. Alright, so at this point I'm like, okay, I got some guys. Got a couple of KPZs now. 2A1. That's more than enough to take out a Chieftain Mark 11. Hopefully he hasn't brought up anything else. Had the Martyr 2s to take care of anything light as well as deal with infantry. You know, all fun stuff. And immediately, yeah, the forest. Just perfect angle with the trees so I can't actually draw line of sight on that Chieftain. Having said, his infantry is not having a great time. You know, the M113s with their MG3s really aren't great against infantry, but you know, not as good as a 50. But the Martyr 2s, they're definitely doing some work. And then finally can engage the Chieftain. Puts one shot into my KPZ, but it survives. And then, yeah, meanwhile over here, some Para 90 and some SBS are giving me trouble. wasn't really paying attention. And then, yeah, Jaguar comes in. Really not the scariest ATGM plane ever. It also has a Harrier GR7. It's not great, you know, especially after the LGV nerf. Really kind of lost its punch, but it still can be dangerous. I didn't even see what it did though, so I don't really know how effective it was. But I got back into the town. Jaeger really aren't going to be able to cut it against there. There's SAS, I think there's SBS as well as Paratrooper 90 in there, so need fire support and just shock infantry or something more than just Jaeger. And I'm also like, hey, I can get a CV for Bravo. For whatever reason, I decided to put it at the top of Bravo instead of in the bottom where I have maybe a bit of it's a bit more secure. A bit more obvious that it'd be there, but I don't know. That's what I went with. Also, I'm getting more guys to try and put into the forest and maybe try and flank into Foxtrot. R2's running low on ammo. Lost one of the Kylers. I think, was it the Jaeger managed to finish off the SBS, but there's still Paras in there. Don't want to worry doing anything, so yeah, just quick Panzerfaust 44 micro. And then yeah, here come the Paras. And then I'm like, oh hey, Leopard 2A1, you're going a bit too far out. Maybe rein that shit in. That's one of the things when you're dealing with especially a UK national deck, is that it's going to have, or for the most part, it's probably going to have Law 80s coming out the wazoo, so you gotta be careful with your vehicles. Otherwise, they're going to just get absolutely wrecked. And then I get another mortar because that one's starting to run a bit low. And who doesn't like more mortars? And then, hey, I'm going to maybe sneak around with my PH2 Tiger, except I forgot to turn my weapons off again. That's not going to be totally not going to be a running theme. I also just need to get better at using my PH2. Kind of an important unit for West Germany. At least in my opinion, you know, actually knowing how to use it. And yeah. Capture Bravo. I have the +2 at this point. And yeah. I almost have Echo again. Or finally. And then yeah, there I go like, oh hey, just kind of spending all my ordnance here. Wasting it a bit. And I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Maybe just hover around a bit. And I'm rethinking, like, no, I'll resupply. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'll just call a supply truck out over there. And there you go, my opponent has captured Delta, so now the scores are even. Or at least acquisitions even. And yeah, my FRF's kind of flying a bit too close to the front line there. Don't want it to have a unfortunate experience involving a tracked rapier FSA. That would be unfortunate. And yeah. And I figure, hey, you know what? Let's put an Iltis up here in Echo. Get the +1. Get the tick. Get a couple guys there to defend it, and I should be golden. This couldn't possibly backfire. And oh hey, SBS still. Yeah, basically, since I didn't turn ammo off on the supply truck, the God, I didn't really get a lot of, you know, fixing done. And like, okay, let's get some BGS for those nice, very good optics. And Milan because everyone loves ATGMs. And oh look, a tank. Everyone likes tanks. Tanks are cool. Except when they're blowing up my shit, in which case they're decidedly not cool. And yeah. Probably would have been just faster to send the Tiger just straight back to the fob, but I just wanted to remember to do this, so I sent the supply truck out. And then I remember to turn the weapons off. And yeah, I'm just basically debating with myself, you know, where the best spot in the town for recon and ATGM are. Just, you know, best combination of line of sight and actual ability to engage with the ATGM versus the recon actually being able to see things. And at this point I'm thinking, hey, you know what? Let's try, try and probe Delta. See what I can see. And oh look, a Challenger 1 Mark II. That's a 120 point tank coming my way. I just love how my ATGM teams just refuse to actually get in buildings in this game. And then at this point I remember, oh right, I have these guys here. Maybe I should use them. And yeah, everything's exploding. Because who doesn't love explosions? So I have line of sight on his mortars, and my ATGMs are just whiffing it utterly, because that's what Milans do. And then I notice, oh hey, there's a Challenger 1 Mark II coming right at me. I don't really appreciate that. Maybe see if I can do anything about that. Also, I didn't really micro my piece right here. I should have sent it in for a side shot. But hey, it took off half of its health, so that's something. And now I have a Challenger 1 Mark II coming at me. And at this point I'm like, ooh, do I move my Iltis and possibly expose it while moving it? Do I let it sit there and die? There's a warrior coming a couple of warriors coming my way actually. My Jaeger really aren't sufficient to cut it against a Challenger 1 Mark II. It's all around just fun time. So I send my Leopard 2A1 over. And also get another piece run. And also like, okay, yeah, move the Iltis. And then I'm like, oh wait, no. It's safe where it is. But now my Jaeger are not in a great spot. But hey, 2A1's there. It's all golden, man. Send my Martyr 2s in. Send everything. Make it really obvious where my CV is. And yeah, everything's hunky-dory. Disaster averted. And yeah, those Fusiler 90 are not long for the world. And of course, more Track Reaper coming in my way. Because it's generally not fun to be under the mercy of peace rhymes. One of the things I don't really like about this part of the map is that it's really annoying to actually get your AA in a decent position where it's not exposed. I definitely did not really do that very well. Because there are some of, like, you know, those little tiny tree lines there that you can put some units and not a whole lot, and I really should have put some, like, a Gepard or Roland or both in there. That would have been a great idea. Hindsight 2020. Anyway, Area GR7 bombing. kind of blind bombing. Got my GGS though, not much of an achievement. And I totally forgot to send my F4F after it, because I'm a genius. And I also didn't notice the other plane coming in. Once again, because I'm a genius. Died, I do believe. Didn't see what it was. And then I sent these guys in. I didn't coordinate them very well, though. Also, I wasn't paying attention to the ATGM. I'm like, oh hey, Fusiliers, I should take care of that. Let's just ignore the ATGM vehicle. And then I was, oh hey, ATGM. Gets a big hit on me. Yep. It's the ferret with the NTAX. Or not the NTAX, or swing fire, that's what it is. Ferret NTAC is the Anzac one. So yeah, that's just kind of a wasted effort on my part. Very uncreative as well. And also, Gazelle AH-1 stab. That's an excellent helicopter. Excellent optics helicopter, isn't it? Very expensive, low availability. Really not very good. But then again, UK and Commonwealth in general just don't have good recon tab. They have a couple units that are, at best, are passable. The rest of it's just garbage. Utter garbage. Total trash. Units that you take because otherwise you would have no recon. Hey, such is life. And yeah. How many times am I going to say that in a video? And yeah, and yeah. It's just like me saying, anyway. But I digress. That's not what I say a lot. It's just, I don't know. My Milans being Milans. Hey, it hit. I really hope it hit. I would have been sad otherwise. And then I remember, oh hey, I have the Lars too. It's kind of like a ghetto, Plowman. Except it predates the Plowman and that was in the game, but whatever, who cares? It was in the game before the Plowman. And yeah, like Gazelle H1 snaps just kind of hanging around, and since I don't have any AA up there, I really can't stop it from seeing my shit. And since I know he has tracked rapiers out and about, I'm kind of iffy sending in my Peace Rhines to take it out, even though it's literally a 4 HP helicopter. Also, wasn't paying attention, and my F4F is getting wrecked by a Tornado F2. Very much not good. F4F made it out though, so that's nice. And now getting rolling 3 and yeah, just sticking it somewhere over there. And then I'm like, okay, this guy's just clearly looking at my shit. Let's not let him do that. Now, once again, I forgot about those guys. And yeah. I just love how my Peace Rhine just absolutely whiffs every shot. Like, that's just my luck. And yeah, so Gazelle's still just there, looking at me. I'm not really doing much to try and take care of it. And fun stuff be coming my way. GR7's is bombing my Fallschirmjäger, but it dies to my Roland. And now there's a Lynx 3. How can you tell someone's inexperienced at the game? They're using the Lynx 3. It's not like it's the worst thing ever. I'm just being an absolute idiot and letting this helicopter, this Gazelle snap spot on my stuff. And also not having any AA to stop stuff like this from happening. And also I'm sending out peace rides into a place where I know that there's tracked Reaper FSA. Really smart move. That's why I'm saving for the Tornado ECR. Actually using that for once. It's kind of iffy adding it to this deck, but I figured, hey, might as well give it a shot. Kind of setting it out much, pretty separate from my, whatchamacallit, peace rind, and it's not a great idea doing what I did because, the Lynx 3 has stingers. It can defend itself. And fortunately, my opponent is not really into radar micro, so yeah. I got his FSA. And also, Laro 2 is not really capable of engaging. Also, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, Law 80s, but better unload your stuff before, they get double tapped. Oh, look, they got double tapped. And also, there's more guys coming my way, so I need some dudes to get to fighting. Bravo's being threatened, and since I have my commander tree so far up, they're actually in a really exposed position. Fortunately, its Fusilier is 90, and they're pretty iffy, to be honest. Their machine gun's a bit of a mixed bag. It has some potential to do work, but it's a line infantry with a magazine-fed light machine gun, so they have a high propensity to just get stunned with the hoping with a reload. And also, my Jaeger that I left up there, they're taking care of the Fusiliers and their warriors. That's convenient. Yeah, I like it when things work out like that for me. And yeah, so I'm just firing my, Lars 2 over there. See if it could stun some guys, buy me some time. Another sneb. Also, completely forgetting about my mortar. I'm also like, command infantry, supply truck. Don't want to lose this stuff, man. Oh, tornado IDS, I can bomb things. So, supply truck's running for it. Fallschirmjäger holding as long as they can. There's base Gurkhas coming after me. Once again, my opponent is kind of inexperienced. And I'm like, yeah, command infantry are found out. Run for your life. The building will block line of sight. And unfortunately I didn't kill my own guys with that bomb. Not that they're going to survive much longer anyways. And although Challenger 1 Mark II and my Milans are not doing too hot in terms of ammunition. Also they're spotted by, the Gazelle with the exceptional optics. So, peace Ryan. I'm sending it out after the Sneb with the hopes that it'll get the Sneb and the Challenger 1 in one pass. Yep, snaps down, and just whiffs both shots in the Challenger 1 Mark II. Because, yeah, of course. Why not? Why bother hitting? Where's the fun in actually doing my job properly? Not that it makes much of a difference because they get side shot by my Milan 2 anyways. So at this point I'm no longer ticking. But I'm sending my Tiger down into Delta. And I forgot to turn the weapons back on. So now I need to actually find the CV and then kill it. And I kill it. Nice. Easy peasy. Flank security is important. So I'm sending it over there to try and do some spotty, sneaky shenanigans, but I don't really do it very well. Spoiler alert. Or Gurkhas. Got a lot of infantry coming my way. Yeah. What is it? The 19 frontal armor of a Challenger 1 Mark II means that it will survive 2 hits from a peace run. Kind of annoying, but puts it down to like 1 HP or half HP, something like that, so not too much complaints from me. These are pretty fragile. And I'm sending my F for F after the, or was sending it after the F2, and then I'm like, oh wait, nope, there's a tracked rapier about. The missiles individually aren't great. 6 HE, yeah, 6 HE or something, or the 5 HE. 5 or 6 HE. So it'll two-shot a plane. But it has, what was it, 55% accuracy, decent range, or kind of medium range. Helicopter range is pretty bad, it's like 21 or whatever, but It gets planes to like, what, 3850, so it's good enough. It's workable. And it also has 8 missiles ready to fire, and it will just, and it'll just throw missiles out at you. Gotta be careful. Meanwhile, my Fallschirmjäger are bravely doing their Terminator thing and just holding the line against the Gurkhas. And I guess the Panzer Grenadiers count too, but they're not as memey as the old Terminators were. How Eugen thought that was good balance is beyond me, but hey, they fixed it. So now they're only just... They still wreck face against anything that isn't other elite infantry. And even other elite infantry, depending, have a bad time. I decided, okay, these Panzer Grenadier aren't doing too hot, so I'll see if I can just, you know, send them back. And this is something I do eventually, but I completely forgot. I just wasn't thinking to do it now. Is, you know, sending my command infantry that is there, sending them down into just the bottom part of Bravo, so I can get more tick going. Peace Run finishes off the Channel. And yeah. And here comes another Gazelle. It's dead. Marder 2 is a bit too close to the building for comfort, so try and hold him back a bit. Just checking the range, make sure they're outside of 700. Also, if I recall correctly, my Tiger was firing at Stingers at the Tornado or whatever as it flew by. I think the Tornado also shot it. Yeah, took a hit from a AIM-9, obviously. AIM-9L. So many planes in this game to be so much better if the AIM-9L had 5 HE instead of 4, but such is life. Thank God there's a lot of planes that would be a lot better if their missiles had, you know, 5 HE instead of 4. But that's not ever going to change because this game no longer gets balance patches. Such is life. And yeah. More links coming at me, so I'm, yeah, obviously. Oh hey, I have a Rome 3. If only that could do something. And actually hit twice in a row, too. That's like a world record or something for rolling 3 success against helicopters. And of course more mortars. Because who does not love mortar spam? You know, it's such a fun thing to deal with, just piles and piles of mortar shells landing on your guys, just stunning them up, especially like 80, the smaller ones like the 81mm, so boy. Or it's even better with the 60mm mortars, and they just get like 1,000 of them landing on your one dude. It's just great. Fucking love you, Zarto. Don't think he does that anymore, though. And yeah, just my melange is picking off guys. And I'm like, okay, let's get more recon. And the ATGM team. And I'm like, oh hey, there's still guys in there. Oh, that could go poorly. And yeah, there you go. Recap Bravo. Yeah, my opponent definitely did not make very good use of mortars in this battle. Alright, and then at this point I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try and threaten Delta again. And also Challenger 1, Mark 1 right up in my face. Not great. Rate 0 to 10, do not recommend. I'm like trying to think, I'm like, oh, do I send Mike Kyler out after it? It's like, what, 15 AP, 19 frontal armor, not great odds. So I'll just get some Panzer Grenadiers, or, oh hey, Peace Run, that's an option. And I have Tornadoed for Seed, like, let's do it. And I'm like, oh great, more guys coming for Bravo. And yeah, Tornado ECR decides it doesn't like hitting with the first missile, I guess. And then I still have these guys I just always forget about. So I'm like, okay, screw it. Battle's almost over. Let's just general attack into through there. And I'm like thinking, okay, I don't want to do this. Yeah, just send them in. Just send them in. Infantry can go first, draw fire. Vehicles can do the killing. Who needs recon? Not I. Don't need recon when you're right next to the enemy. And I'm like, okay, where do I put these guys? I'm like, oh hey, Gurkhas! That's not what I want to be there. Capture some supply trucks, because who doesn't like fresh supply trucks? It's the Alice Stalwart. It's amphibious. Time to go on a hunt. Well, except for the supply trucks, they can stay back. Just get them out of there. See if I can keep them. Game's almost over, doesn't really matter. Didn't really use much for my fob. And oh hey, HQ section. Lovely. Definitely a little bit of smoke coming out. It's not particularly well placed, but it's definitely got the right idea, I'd say. BGS just barely survived that. And I'm just wondering, like, okay, yeah, whatever, I'll just put those guys there. Just hold them there. And yeah, let's just get everyone in positions for the last 2 minutes of the game. Not much will happen, but hey, who cares? And then there's just this lovely bunch of assholes I've just kind of forgotten about. So I'm like, hey, whatever, just send them in. Send them in. And I'm like, oh hey, that's a Rover CP. I want to kill that. Like how he just left the warrior just parked in the middle of the town, just plinking away at my guys. As my Fallschirmjäger sprint across an open field at 35 kilometers an hour, 30 kilometers an hour, shooting from the hip with an MG3. It's an interesting mental image, to say the least. And yeah, that's game. Yeah. Really not a whole lot to say about this battle. I did not play particularly well. Like I said, I'm really rusty. My opener was pretty sloppy. My micro was not on point. Didn't barely bother with radar micro whatsoever. Yeah. And it's just, sadly, it was just a lopsided battle despite me not playing at the top of my game just because... Yeah, my opponent had, I think it was less than 200 games. Like, I really should stop doing the casual tournaments. It's not fair for the, new players if they want to get in and then they run into somebody like me who just kind of mops the floor with them. But, yeah, I guess I digress. Anyway, yeah, who was it? My next opponent in the tournament is... Rhea Operator, whatever guy wants to go by. I don't know if I've really posted many videos. I've posted a couple videos that he's been in. Not a whole lot that I've played with him. Yeah, he's from the R War Game Bootcamp server. I enjoy harassing him. and just being mean-spirited because I'm an asshole. I'm a great guy, can't you tell? Lovely guy. Anyway, yeah, before the recording ends and you just get to witness the black abyss of my voice, I'll just call it here. So yeah, I'm XanderTuron. This was my first match in the No Brexit Allowed tournament. And, yeah, catch you guys in the next video. In the meanwhile, take care and have a lovely day.